Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz. What's going on, everybody? I am yet again here live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and this is the second match of our Knockout Challenge. Started out with 32 players. Yesterday was the very first match. Fong Wen against Chris Green, and Fong ended up victorious. So today's going to be a long day. So we've got a total of actually 5 matches, 4 that are going to be streamed. One had to make accommodations that are not going to be on the stream table, but anyway, we'll be updating that. So without further ado, well, first of all, thank you everybody for being here. Much appreciated. If you haven't already subscribed, please get on over and do that. I would greatly appreciate it. So the way this works, I will switch this over here. We are just about to lag. So the winner of the lag gets to spin the wheel. And that is going to determine, I'll leave it right on here, gets to determine the game that's going to be played today, 8-ball, 9-ball, or 10-ball. And that will, also the leg will determine who gets to break first. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go out and get the wheel on the table, and we'll get started. All right, as you noticed, everybody, Michael won the leg and got to spin the wheel and has landed on 9-ball. And both players have elected to use the Magic Rack, which is kind of cool because Brian and I were just down at Derby City Classic a month ago. And one of the, I don't know if you want to call it a souvenir, but the pros used the Derby City Classic 25-year anniversary Magic Rack on the table, so I ended up with a couple of them. Don't tell anybody, though. So, very quickly, I am going to get the race up there. So given that this is 9-ball, if you look at the bottom of your screen right next to the AutoPoint Streaming logo, right next to that is because Michael Sobotta is a 522 and Jeff Goetsch is a 593 Fargo. The rule was, in starting out, that 50-point Fargo difference is a one-game handicap. So Jeff Goetsch is giving Michael Sobotta one game. 8 ball is a race to 8. 9 ball is a race to 9. 10 ball is a race to 8 as well. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Sit back and enjoy. If you get an opportunity, stop on over the comments section and say hello. It's always more fun. Without viewers, I don't exist. Well, I mean, I exist, but without you folks out there, I wouldn't be doing this, so much appreciated. Stop in and say hi. All right, very good save by Jeff. Hello to you as well, Mr. Kiersozi. Sorry if I'm butchering that. My apologies. What's up, Elaine? What's going on? Ball in hand, miss. That's never a good way to start a match. But as all of our Outer Points streaming viewers have noticed over the years, that first rack is always the most challenging, and this is not going to... Oh, boy. Thought that one might go in, too. Thin cut on the 6. I think I'd be aggressive with this and hit it 2 rails, because there's a good chance it may go off the 8 ball if hit a little thin. Not that thin, and you don't want to scratch. Ooh. Saved by the Outer Points. That happens pretty often here. And works against you, too. What's happening, Fong? Fong joining in the chat. As I said, winner of yesterday's match against Chris Green, and I believe final score was 8-4. All right, Jeff Goetsch with this 9 ball to take a 1-game lead. One of the other things that I was playing with, I got to give a shout out to my son Nathan, because this is pretty cool. Bam! Knockout punch number 1. So my and Lisa's son graduated from SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, and I had him make up some boxing gloves as scoring punches, if you will. So Jeff obviously has to get to 9 punches, and Mike has to get to 8. And the winner, I should say the loser, is out. Out cold and out of the tournament. All right, Jeff going with the soft break. and successfully so. Looks like he's got a good shot at the one ball. Honestly, this is a pretty simple rack. Not much to it. Actually, the 3 to the 4 might be a little bit of a challenge. I'm not sure where that 4 actually goes. Well, the 3 is going to be out of the way. There is a possibility of a 4-9 if he ends up there, but I don't think Jeff would play that. Yeah, this is the tough one. All right, Jeff opting for the long shot. And this is kind of a two-way shot, actually. He can play this past the 6 ball. I believe it does go in the upper left-hand corner. And he could actually draw it right behind. Great shot. Great shot. Didn't even play defensively. Fong, I believe, running the tournament up in Appleton at the Mad Apple. Sunday 8 ball, I believe, up there. Last Sunday qualifier here at, not that it matters anymore, but we have the last Sunday qualifier here at Varsity Club. Starting today, and then next week is the finals of our 10-week qualifier. All right, Jeff putting together a really good, solid rack in this from the break as well. Nice soft break. And this to take a 2-game lead and really starting out confidently. All right, knockout punch number 2. What's going on, Nick Heiser? How did you know I haven't showered this morning, or actually all this week? It does. It's a little ripe in here. But I got the fan going. Kind of sucks everything out. What's happening down in is it Elk Grove, right? Elkhorn. Elkhorn. That's it. So, Elaine, to answer your question, so Brian has the booth down in Sussex, and I have the Outer Point streaming booth up here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh. So, along with the our mobile booth that we took to Derby a month ago. So, all over the place. Jeff with another very successful soft break, and I should say medium, and has left himself. Ooh, actually, that's pretty good. Let's get you a little different view here. I think he's got enough angle on this 2 to spin this down for the 3 ball. Yep. I'll tell you what, Jeff's putting on a bit of a clinic already here. I think this is actually the only shot that could get a little sticky. He's going to have to pull this back. He'd like to get back to right where he is at the moment, or very close to it. This 9 could loom very large. Either he's going to have to put a little right-hand English on it when it hits that rail and spins down a little bit. He did exactly that. Great shot. Fantastic shot. Jeff came to play. Well, I'm sure Michael did too, but he hasn't had much of a chance at the table. All right, that is 3-1 in favor of Jeff. What's going on, Al Holden? Yeah, stinky cheese. Right back at you, buddy. It's true, but I think they call it Limburger. JJ, what's happening, man? Yeah, I'll tell you, he is. That guy plays, I think he plays plays like 24/7, doesn't he? Nick Heiser, make sure you post some of Brevin's art picks. I'm assuming he drew some or did some himself, so. Yeah, soft break not working this time for Jeff. But a perfect spread on the rack, and I say this all the time, even though it's very early in the match, it's only 3-0 in a race to 9. Mike's going to have to put something together here if he doesn't want to get... He's got to open his account. Left himself a little bit long on the 3 ball, but very manageable. Ooh, just a little wide. All right, Jeff, with... honestly, I think I just float this in a little bit and take the... Don't want to hit this too firm because there is... If there's any kind of draw on it, he could definitely pull this back into the side pocket. Slow roll. Oh, boy. Well, and that's the thing about 9 ball. One of the reasons I don't like the game is slop, but that's what ended up being spun on the wheel. Well, Jeff gave it right back to Michael with another opportunity. Uh-oh. All right, Michael's either going to have to try and jump this in or kick off the rail and hope to get lucky, which... In 9 ball, I don't blame him. That's what he so chooses. Let's get a different angle on this. Yep, I don't know if that's going to do any good either. Nope, that's good. Good hit. Left Jeff with a piece of the 5, but I'm not sure he can pocket. This is a super, super thin cut. Good shot. Horrible reward. Horrible reward. Looks like Jeff's going vertical. Wow. Wow. It's a hell of an attempt. Michael's going to have to put a little schmutz on this one. Either a ton of high right. He's going to have to put some serious spin on this, which makes it easier to miss. That's a good shot. That's a really good shot. Must have these 3 balls. Yeah, did not leave himself easy, but a manageable cut. He's going to have to let the cue ball a little loose here. Stay down, pocket the ball. Most important. Beautiful. All right, one for Michael Sobotta, opening his account. Let's get him a punch. All right, while he is racking, I'm going to give you... So here's what we started out at. 32 players. There's going to be 31 matches. Actually, two of them is not going to be streamed today. But you'll find out on the digital pool app if you go to Knockout. And if you are friends on Facebook, or if you look at the description of today's events, I have a link in there that shows... the link for the digital pool. So it shows the chart on there. After round 1, I've already explained to all the players. So you can't look at who you might be playing next, because after each round, there's going to be a redraw. It's just kind of a twist on a normal tournament. This is a single elimination, as you can tell. That's why it's called a knockout challenge. So if or after round 1, we're going to have 16 players left, and then we're going to do a redraw, and then basically start all over again. So anyway, back to the action. Michael pocketing a ball on the break and electing to push out. Good save by Jeff. I tell you what, even he left Jeff with somewhat of a shot. Hitting the side of that one ball and not scratching was fantastic. To avoid, a total disastrous foul. Good shot. T-Dub says, let's go, Jeff. Who's T-Dub? Explain yourself. Who you be? All right, Jeff trying to play the cut in the side and leaving Michael with a very easy shot on the one. Ooh, this might be a little firm. Yikes. That one got away. Yeah, a little too thin on the one. All right. Ball in hand for Jeff. Oy. Jeff hit that six a little bit firm. Caught one of the outer points and spun out. Not leaving Michael with anything really all that easy, though. Get you a better view of the shot he's facing. Potentially a two-way shot if he can get that cue ball down behind the 9. Wow. Oh, my gosh. What a horrible roll. Didn't deserve that. That was a really good shot on the 6 ball, and bad kiss off the 8. Leaving Jeff with the 8-9 for a 3-game lead. All right, Jeff coming up dry yet again. Good shot by Michael there. That wasn't easy getting on that 2 ball. All right, Jeff with a good save, leaving Michael pretty tough. He can see the 3, but not pocket it. He's going to have to come with a safe of his own. Not easy from 7 feet away. Yeah, it's hard not to leave him with a shot. Not the easiest of shape on the 4 for Jeff. If he can draw right into the 6 ball, avoid the 9, and use the 6 as a stopper, he should be able to get shape on the 4, but that's a super tough. Never mind. Well played. All right, Jeff probably going to force this one to the bottom rail and back out again. He's got a little bit of a... Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Yikes. Fortune strikes again for Jeff. Not so good for Michael. This might get away from Jeff, too. All right, Jeff does have a thin cut on the 7. Avoids the side. Perfect speed not to go in the upper right-hand corner. Basically a stop shot on the 8 ball. All right, Jeff jumps out to a 5-1 lead. Tom Wolcheski. Oh, that makes sense. What's up, Tom? Hope you got some good news for everybody about your daughter. Still praying for her here in Appleton. What's going on, Maynard? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you look at that scrolling marquee down at the very bottom there, if you would, if you haven't already, subscribe to Outer Point Streaming, either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and then share it with everybody if you would. Wow, nice break by Jeff. Don't let that 6 get in the way. All right. I think he can draw right back into the 6 ball here, and then, ooh. Yeah, I think he got a good enough angle. Just kind of float down for the 3. Probably going to play the 6 in the side pocket. Get the cue ball somewhere just past middle of the table. Don't hit the 6. Perfect. Probably going to go... He could play it 2 ways. Play the 6 on the side and then float past the 9 and back out. Or play the 6 down in the right-hand corner and play the 7. Well, elected to do that. And... Yikes. Kind of a 2-way shot here. He could play the 7 and the 9 at the same time. and missed both. All right, another must get out for Michael. Take what the table gives you here. Get the cue ball back over to the same side of the table as where the 7 is now and take the longer shot on. Yeah, that was... It tried to force it too much and get a better angle when it really wasn't necessary. All right, that 7 does not go past the 8 ball. So potentially could play a two-way shot. I mean, this is hyper aggressive. Play the 7-8 combo and make the cue ball or get the cue ball down by the 9 and potentially make it. Could bank the 7 into the 9. There's a lot of different things he could do. That cue ball keeps going, and it'll make it a little bit more challenging. Yeah, this is a pretty basic bank. And Jeff's pretty good at banks. I know I used to play against him all the time. T-Dub would know that. Mr. Wolcheski would know that. Fellow Sheboygan pool player. All right. Jeff with a good rub on the 8. Give him an... Should be a 6-1 lead. All right, while Jeff is racking, let me show what we got coming up next. At 3 o'clock, I'm sorry, 4 o'clock. Well, if they get here earlier, we're going to start them a little bit earlier because we've got 5 total matches on this Sunday. Next up is going to be Spencer Busnelli and Tom Menina, both from Appleton area. All right. Actually, I think Spencer's from Oshkosh. Yeah, whatever. Looks like it's going to be an even race of either 8 to 9. I think there's a 40-point spread there. Yep, something like that. So, anyway, that's another round 1 match. And make sure you tune in, well, all day if you want. Jeff with super. He's got the magic rack figured out, I'll tell you. Oh, my bad. Pocketing 2 balls in the break and leaving the 1 in the same spot pretty much every break. Jeff's going to have to force this one to the upper long rail and back across or draw out of it and come 3 rails. Uh-oh, did not want to catch the outer point, but got away with it. Leaving a super thin cut, moderately thin on the 3 ball. Mr. Sobotta is in the danger zone already. Jeff only needs 3 games, and Michael needs 7. This is the key shot to this rack. 5 to the 6 is not simple. Well, that's exactly what Mike needed. All right. Michael does not mind that gift at all. Excuse me. One of the things, as well, I think I used to be a decent player. Been faltering. I don't get to play anymore. But one of the things that I've always watched is how your opponent breaks and where they're breaking from. And always the reason being is if your own break isn't working, well, then, and theirs is, I mean, it's very obvious, then you might want to try where they're breaking from. So that being said, Jeff has been extremely successful so far in this match of breaking from the side and hitting them with moderate speed to soft. And I think Michael could take a good lesson from that and try that break himself. Because the break he's got is, even though he made it a ball, the cue ball is flying all over the place. So good shot. Pretty much the only shot Jeff has now is either a safe or a 3-8 combo. And that 3-8 combo is... Let me get you a different angle. Here, take a look at this first. It's not as easy as what it looks. I caught both outer points. Hit that a little too firm. Nothing wrong with firm outer points, but maybe not so much in this game. Never mind. Wow. Wow. What a great shot. You know, that's the only way that Michael was going to hold the cue ball for that, for the 4 ball. was to play that off of there, and navigated that really well. I don't know if he got this window between the 7 and the 9. I believe so. Good opportunity for a lock-up safe. Stick Jeff right behind that 9 ball. Ooh, little firm. Man, that's not bad at all. Good shot. I don't know if you can see the edge of it or not. Yeah, I think he might be able to see a piece of it. But he's electing to jump anyway. Nope. Changed his mind. Yeah, that was the right shot. Oh, and ended up with a good shot of his own. Good kick. I think Jeff might have to go airborne on this one. Wow. Wow. What a kick. What a kick. Jeez. Look out, 8 ball. Look out, 8 ball. Oh, boy. I think Jeff got away with another one. I don't know if he's completely hooked on this or not. It's hard to tell. Let's go to a long view and see if we can get a better view of this. That's close. Maybe spin this around. It's a slight mass, eh? Wow, and overdid it. That was impressive. All right, Jeff either has to play a safe or I was going to say the bank is obviously the aggressive shot, but Wow. Wow. Great shot. Nicely done. All right, Michael Sobotta to 3. All right, Michael with a successful break. Does actually have a super thin cut on the 1 ball. I don't know if I'd suggest playing that shot though. He did, and ended up with scratching the side. Did not want to do that for obvious reasons. All right, I think Jeff's just going to float this one down in the corner. Yep. Pretty much can play a stop shot here on the 6 ball. Play the 7 in the side because it's a perfect angle to get down by the 8. And that'll get him 2 away from the win if he can navigate these 4 balls. Could play it all the way down in the corner by the 8 or the side. Either one. Whatever more comfortable. Good angle on the 8 to get back down for the 9. Slow down a little bit. Slow down. He's okay. Good place to take your time. All right, down she goes. That puts Jeff within 2 of victory and has decided guys are going to take a quick break. So let me show you what else is coming up. As I said before, at 4 o'clock or somewhere around there. We've got Spencer Busnelli against Tom Menina. Also a round one match. And then following that, at 7 o'clock, all of these are good matches. I guarantee it. But I think this is going to be a fun one to watch. Mike I never pronounce Mizovic, and Don Bodden are going to be here, and this is within a 7-point Fargo difference. So, and both of them have been playing extremely well. So after that, we have Jeff Stelmacher and J.R. Villegas, Anastasio. Quick shout out. If you haven't already heard, or if you're not friends with JR on Facebook, give him your condolences, please, for his dad. Just passed away, I believe. Was it Saturday? Friday or Saturday. So our condolences, my condolences, JR, and look forward to seeing you tonight. So. All right, we are back in action again, and Jeff actually just broke. Soft break again, pocketing, I believe, the 7 ball and the 4 ball. Can either play a safe, put the cue ball behind the 3, or get aggressive and play the bank on the 1 and try to run out. What would you do? Oh my gosh. Wow. Super lucky. That did not sit too well with Michael. That's 9 ball. Hate to say it that way, but it is. All right. Jeff is on the hill. Mad Matt. Actually, it is. So, the score is on the very outside of the scoreboard at the very bottom. It's just a extra added feature, if you will. Putting the boxing gloves on there. Just something for the knockout challenge. So if you are tuning in late, so right next to and I'm gonna make some changes to this probably sometime today, and label all of those numbers at the bottom. They should be labeled anyway. So this might go in the side. It does not. So right next to the AutoPoint Streaming logo, and sorry, got distracted for a second. Oh boy, Jeff got a little fortunate again. So right next to the AutoPoint Streaming logo is the race. And on the very outside is the actual score itself. Well, Michael successfully got over the ball. Unfortunately, the cue ball decided to jump off the table. And this is going to give Jeff ball in hand on the 9 ball. I'm sorry. On the hill, and potentially playing the 9 ball after he makes the 3. But, yeah, I think he's going to have to run into this 4 or 9. There's no way to get on it clean. And that was a good shot. Didn't leave himself with a very easy shot on the 4. It's a super thin cut. I personally, I would have liked to play safe here. Yeah, that's, being on the hill and being up so much, I don't blame him for taking that shot. But given 9 ball can be, it can bite you in the butt, just like Maynard just said. 9 ball sucks balls once in a while. I like 9 ball if it was played with 10 ball rules. That to me would be but it is what it is. Oh, Mad Matt. Okay, I see what you're saying. Holy cow, dude! What are you trying to do to me? as if I don't have enough work to do. I like the concept, but holy cow, that'd be creating a lot for my limited knowledge of vMix. Yeah. That is a miss that obviously Michael could not afford. This might spell the end. Yeah, almost certain doom now. All right, folks, that is going to wrap up match number 1 for today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be back in a little while. I'm going to get all set up and get the next match going, and that is going to be, let me put it up there for you. All right, so what I'm going to do is shut everything down as I normally do, so that way each match is individually put on YouTube for easier searching purposes, if you will. So with that being said, thank you everybody very much for being here. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and I will be back in just a little while. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere.